people I have met were the paper ticket that flew my family to the United States. My brother and I were both born in Mongolia. In 2011, at 18 months old, my brother was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Within 30 days, my mother and my brother were on a plane to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, because there was no possible way to treat him in Mongolia. My father and I followed them a month later because my brother's health was not improving. When I arrived, my life changed dramatically. Even the clothes, shoes, bows, and toys I had were all different and like gold to me. She writes of her involvement with her church's Parents' Day Out program. At 4 years old, she'd never seen an American person or heard the English language, but she was able to pick up English very quickly. In 2017, her family had to return to Memphis because her brother needed additional treatments. My parents held all sorts of jobs, from house cleaning to dishwashers to yard work, kitchen assistants, all to provide for our family. I've realized that their sacrifices were so selfless and pure. This has made me want to work even harder in everything that I do, whether it's my schoolwork, my clubs, house chores, caddying, or simple daily tasks. She writes of the time where her church family worked hard in order to pitch in, and they were able to find an affordable house to rent. Little did she know that the house was 2 minutes away from the Memphis Country Club, where I found my other golden opportunity. In 2021, the fall of my freshman year of high school, Mr. Marshall Clark visited our school to introduce the Evans Scholar Program to our golf team. Goes on to write about the impact of that. He also writes of her high school involvement, top 5% in her class, president of student council, a leader of sports teams, as well as a leader in the sports section of her newspaper, school newspaper, officer for publicity for Health Occupations Students of America, or HOSA, and currently researching the impact of golf course redevelopments in Memphis to earn my advanced placement capstone. She has her sights set on Northwestern University. While caddying, one of my first questions for golfers, besides what ball they are playing, is what was your major in college and how did it translate into your current profession? Not everyone's asking that question. She goes on to conclude, I hope to share all that I've learned from caddying and my future college experience with other students that will follow me through, hopefully, the Evans Scholars Program. I will carry this experience through the rest of my life. As I reflect back on my journey from Mongolia to Memphis, I see the challenges I encountered were strong tests that enhanced my abilities and desire to achieve. With my golden ticket, I'm ready for anything. The golf bags I carried for over 120 loops will be replaced with a backpack jammed with college coursework. I'll make Chick Evans proud because he shared his golden ticket that greatly impacted my life for the better. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next finalist, Grace Amgallen. Grace, good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. Grace, we're so excited that you're here with us today. Can I ask, where are you taking this Zoom meeting today? Are you at home, school, or at the club?
I'm at the Memphis Country Club right now.
I thought that might be the case. Something told me. It's really impressive. Obviously, it seems like a second home for you, which is great. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Resner.
Good morning, Grace. Could you please introduce yourself to the committee? Tell the committee what you plan to study in college and why that's of interest to you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for your time and for the opportunity to be here. My name is Munk Enerol, which means Eternal Grace in Mongolian, but I go by Grace now. I would really like to study economics and accounting in college. I think that's a great field to be in. And what was the other question, sorry?
And why that's of interest to you.
I really like my math classes and my math courses. So I think that numbers and like my math skills can go in together and help me find a good job in the economics field.
Awesome. Grace, you've had a great success at your high school, White Station. Can you tell us a little bit about that, your high school, how big it is, and maybe someone that's been influential to you there?
So my graduating class has almost about 500 students. It's a pretty big class, but all of my classmates are very, like, we're all like really competitive, but it's in a friendly way. So I think that has taught me to be more respectful towards each other. And in high school, I think the most influential person has been my AP US history teacher. His name is Mr. Stevenson. I took him last year, and he has taught me so much about the American history, but he also has helped me grow personally because he has always pushed us with so much assignments, and that has taught me like more time management skills and organization skills that I think are very important.
Great. Kevin Buggy joins us and asked what your favorite class and which one was the most challenging.
So my favorite class has to be calculus right now. It's very interesting. And my most challenging class was AP chemistry that I took last year. I had a very hard time like memorizing the periodic tables and like all the different equations. So before I was interested in economics, I thought I wanted to be an orthodontist. So I thought helping, like me taking AP chemistry in high school would help me in that major, but I'm not the biggest science person, so it was a tough challenge for me.
Let's talk a little bit about golf. Jim O'Keen writes or asks, how did you develop an interest in golf?
So I was introduced to golf by my American grandparents by heart. They were the ones who paid for my golf lessons with Austin Chin in Memphis, Tennessee. And after the first lesson, I thought this is something that I could probably do. And I tried out for my high school golf team during my freshman year, and I made the team. And ever since then, my coach has greatly influenced me, my teammates, and my athletic director at our school has also helped me tons throughout this process. So it's been a fun journey.
Yeah, and you obviously caddy at Memphis Country Club. Brian Bianchi joins us and says, Grace, congratulations on being named a finalist. Memphis Country Club is such a fantastic club with a great membership and world-class staff. Who from the course has been most influential on you becoming a successful caddy and the most supportive to get you here today?
I would say that Marshall Clark, Mr. Clark, has been the most influential and supportive person throughout this journey. So he was the one who introduced me to this program. He came to our school during my freshman year, and he kind of talked about this program, and I thought it was really interesting and fun. So I came to the 3-day training because of him. But he's also been very supportive and helpful because my parents didn't go to college in America, so they don't know what the application process was like, but he has helped me so much. He explained everything in detail before I applied for this program and for other schools, and he's written my rec letters for Northwestern and Evans Scholars, so having him in my life has made life so much easier, and I'm really glad that I can have someone like him in my life.
So, well, Grace, we're going to say that we'll echo that. We're grateful for Marshall's efforts there as well. So, very well said. We've got. I'm going to combine several questions here. Seems to be a lot of interest around your extracurriculars. Obviously, very involved. Do you have a favorite extracurricular activity that you're involved in, as well as maybe what accomplishment are you most proud of?
So my favorite extracurricular activity has to be writing for my school newspaper team. So I've been the sports team leader for the past 2 years now, but so as a sports writer, I cover various stories of different athletes and their unique stories as well. But I think the most outstanding story that I've written was a story about a Memphian who competed in the Paris Olympics this summer. He's from Memphis, Tennessee, and I emailed him if I could interview him. And he said yes. So after that interview, he said that no high school student has ever reached out to him and asked if he could be interviewed. So he kind of complimented my boldness in that sense. But also just recently, I've written a story about a girl named Sarah at our school. She has lupus and she's a patient at St. Jude Research Hospital. And because my brother is also a patient there, I thought her story was very personal and unique to me. And as for the most proudest accomplishment, I think that would have to be the time in June this summer where I completed a loop of 99 holes at Overton Park. I literally caddied from dawn to dusk that day. So the event started around 6:30 and I was finished at around 8 p.m. And it wasn't the easiest loop, but it was really fun. Actually one of the golfers that I caddied for, his name is Jimmy Beard. He said he had a friend at Northwestern, and I also got in contact with that friend, and he has also provided a lot of information for me. So that loop was the most unique one for me.
Was the 99 loops with the same golfer, or did they rotate?
So we had three groups of players that round. So after each round that I completed with group 1, I went on to group 2, and that's how it went.
Got it.
Grace, we got, let's talk a little bit about your leadership. Obviously, it's, either president, co-president, vice president, everything's on here. What qualities do you have that make you a good leader?
I feel like I have a lot of skills when it comes to time management and organization. So as president of the student council, I have to organize several events for the student body throughout the year. Just now, we just got done with homecoming, which is our biggest event for the school year. And for that, we had to come up with a playlist for the dance, a DJ for the dance, the food, the snacks, and several dress-up days before that homecoming dance, which is what we call our Spartan Week or homecoming week. So during that process, I've learned to have several backup plans because not everything goes as planned. But thankfully, I had my teachers and my organization leaders to help me a lot.
Excellent. Quick question here from Rich Peterson. Would love to know your interest in the piano. Do you currently play, and where did you learn that?
So the same American grandparents by heart, they also provided piano lessons for me, and I started taking piano lessons when I was in 5th grade. But during COVID, I had to stop for 2 years because I was taking in-person lessons, and I didn't want to risk me getting COVID myself and my teacher also getting it. But right now, I'm not taking lessons anymore. I would like to continue, because of senior year and college applications, I decided to take a break, but I want to start taking lessons in next month.
Excellent. And Grace, I gotta ask, when it comes to Memphis Country Club, this is, the second straight year that we've had a finalist from Memphis Country Club. In your opinion, what makes it so special that you would spend 3 summers and 120 rounds getting there?
In 100-degree heat.
So Memphis on its own is a second home to me, but Memphis Country Club also means a lot. At this club, I've met so many great people and great golfers. One person, for example, is Park Stickson. I've had him on my first loop, and ever since then, he's been an amazing guidance and mentor. So on that first loop, he was asking me where I was from, and I told him I was from Mongolia. And surprisingly, his daughter actually went to Mongolia 10 years ago. She was participating in this rally that raised money for orphanages in Mongolia. So it was really interesting. And after that loop, he left me a little flash drive, and that had all the pictures of her during the rally. So it was really fun to see that. So getting in touch with Mr. Dixon and several other golfers Marshall Clark and Mr. Ford has also been an amazing honor to me.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I would say that that's a great way to transition to our final question. Grace, great job today. I'll ask Mr. Resner for our
12,
final
13 minutes
question.
right now.
Grace, should you be fortunate enough to be awarded the Chick Evans Scholarship, what would that mean to you personally and to your family?
It would mean so much to me and my family. So I was born and raised in Mongolia and moved here when I was 4 because my younger brother needed cancer treatments at St. Jude because he had a brain tumor that wasn't possible to treat in Mongolia. So having him as my sibling has taught me that, I have to be the one taking care of him when my parents no longer can. So receiving the scholarship and going to a great college and university and having, learning different skills and abilities will teach me to become a better person and a better caring person for my brother because I have to take care of him. So thank you guys so much for this opportunity. I want to say thank you in my native language. So yes, thank you so much, guys.
Grace,
Awesome.
Monk and Earl, Grace, thank you. Thanks for sharing your story, and thanks for inspiring very much everyone on this call. And we wish you all the very best in the future, okay? Thank you.
Good luck.
They are in love with her.